Two men, both seriously ill, were placed in the same hospital room. One of the men was granted the privilege to sit up in his bed for an hour each afternoon, a time that brought some relief as it helped drain the fluid from his lungs. His bed was conveniently placed next to the room's only window, and sun's warm rays would gently touch his face as he sat on his bed. The other man, however, was confined to lying flat on his back, unable to experience the world beyond his hospital bed. Despite their differing circumstances, these two men found solace in their conversations. Their voices would fill the room for hours on end, weaving stories that ranged from their beloved families to the adventures they had embarked upon throughout their lives. They spoke about their homes, their cherished memories, the jobs they had held, and even the times they had proudly served their country in the military. Every afternoon, when the fortunate man by the window could sit up, he would transform the room with his vivid descriptions of the outside world. He painted pictures with words, transporting his roommate to a place beyond the hospital's sterile walls. He described a magnificent park that stretched out beneath the window, complete with a glistening lake that danced with ducks and swans. Model boats floated gracefully on the water's surface, and the laughter of children echoed as they played with boundless joy. Young couples strolled hand in hand, their smiles rivaling the vibrant flowers that adorned the paths. The second man, who could only listen, would close his eyes and immerse himself in these descriptions. He would visualize the scene so perfectly crafted by his roommate's words, and for that brief hour, he too would be transported to the serene park outside. Time flowed like a river. Days, weeks, and months passed, etching memories into their friendship. But one morning, when the nurse entered the room, she found that the man by the window peacefully passed away, his journey in this world completed. With a heavy heart, she called for assistance to respectfully take his body away. In the wake of this loss, the other man felt a mixture of emotions. He had come to rely on those descriptions, those glimpses into a world he couldn't physically see. As soon as it seemed appropriate, the other man asked if he could be moved next to the window. The nurse, understanding the depth of his feelings, made the change, and after making sure he was comfortable, she left him alone. Slowly, painfully, he propped himself up on one elbow to take his first look at the real world outside. He strained to slowly turn to look out the window besides the bed. But what met his eyes was unexpected. The window did not reveal the vibrant park or the serene lake. Instead, it faced a plain brick wall, devoid of any beauty or wonder. Confused, he asked the nurse about the descriptions his roommate had given him. She gently explained that the man had been blind, unable to perceive the scenes he so vividly painted with his words. A bittersweet understanding washed over the man, a mixture of awe and gratitude for the gift of imagination his roommate had bestowed upon him. With a kind smile, the nurse remarked, "Perhaps he just wanted to encourage you. There is tremendous happiness in making others happy, despite our own situations. Shared grief is half the sorrow, but happiness when shared, is doubled. If you want to feel rich, just count all the things you have that money can't buy."